Hi, good evening. Welcome to yet another session. Okay, so let's start. So today we are going to discuss about it's a very interesting topic. All of us know that all of us take a shower. Okay, so Ayurveda has recommended few instructions as to what do you call it? How do you take shower, or when to take shower, when not to take shower, the benefits of taking shower. All these things have been mentioned very clearly in Ayurveda. Especially the references which I'm giving you, there are numerous texts which have given a lot of things, but I'm actually taking this reference from Ashtanga Hridaya. Okay, a very concise thing about bathing. Okay, so I'm sorry, I think I got the. Let me see whether is yeah. Okay. So bathing. So bathing in Ayurveda it's called snanam. Okay, so the taking a shower, according to Ayurveda, we have to take a shower on a daily basis. Okay, so there are exceptions where if you are falling, if you are sick or some other issues, that's a different thing. Otherwise, for a healthy person, taking a shower on a daily basis is what has been recommended. The primary objective of taking a shower is to cleanse the body. Apart from that, there are a lot of other benefits also, which we will be looking into when we go through this. There's few slides. Okay, I'm not going to go in detail, but you will have an idea as to how important bathing is, plus what all things you also have to look into when you're going to take a shower. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the properties of bathing. When you take a shower, what happens? It is deepanam. Deepanam is appetizer. I think most people, you would have noticed that when you are actually getting into a swimming pool, irrespective of whether you swim or not, if you swim is different thing. Otherwise, also, when you are in water for long, the moment you come out, okay, of the water, you will feel extremely hungry and you want to eat a lot. Why? That is what we mean by it is an appetizer. And standing under the shower and just 2 minutes pouring water over your body is basically not considered as snanam. Snanam is taking enough water so that your body actually cools down from the exterior. That is what is snanam. Okay. Ayushyam, it promotes your life. A lot of reasons. Once you take a shower, a lot of infections don't come to you. You are clean. Okay. And it is life promoting. You're fresh and you look forward to life also. Vrishyam, it is aphrodisiac. Okay. Urja pradam, it gives you a lot of energy. Then what? Balapradam, it also improves your strength. Kandu Nasha. Kandu is basically itching. So most of the itchings are removed by taking a good shower. Okay. Mala Nasha. Mala is basically the toxins or the sweat or the dirt and all those things in our body. It is removed when you take a shower. Shrama Nasha. Shrama is tiredness. Okay. Shrama is basically exertion, and the result of exertion is tiredness or removing. When you take a proper bath, your tiredness is removed. Okay. Sweda Nasha, Sweda, sweat, remove sweat. Tandra Nasha, laziness. Okay. You get up in the morning and you take a quick shower, suddenly, I don't say quick shower, you take a proper shower, suddenly you notice that you become fresh. Okay. Then what? Daha Nasha. Daha is burning of the body. The moment you take, you might be exposed to heat and you feel the heat, and all this, you take a good shower, you feel that the heat of the body also goes. And then the last one is Papa Nasha. Okay. So Papa is actually a synonym of disease also, because we believe that if you indulge in bad duties or karma, you get affected by a disease. And you would have noticed that people go to holy rivers and take a bath in that to be washed off, to wash their sins off. So snanam is also papma jit. it removes papa. Okay. Now, hot water bathing. This is something which is very important. Hot water bathing should be done only in the cold seasons. If it is warm outside, you need not take a shower in hot water. You can actually manage in not, it can't be very cold, in normal room temperature, but taking bath in hot water is sometimes a habit, so people continue to take bath in hot water. Okay, so in cold seasons, yes, you have to. When you look at the Rutucharya, there are a lot of people who say any weather, even if it is the coldest of days, even if I am in Antarctica, I always take bath in cold water. As long as you are young and strong and all those things are fine. But Ayurveda says the moment the season changes and the weather starts becoming cooler, it's good to shift from cold water to warm water. Okay, so when you take a hot water shower for the lower part of the body, that means below neck, hot water is supposed to be used only for taking a shower below the neck, that means for the body. Okay, to adhakayasya, then what? It promotes strength. Okay, Ushna Jalam, when poured on the body, it promotes strength, but the same Ushna Jalam when it's poured on the head. Okay, to Uttamangasya, okay, when you pour it on the head, what happens? Balahrit Kesha Chakshusham. Balahrit. It reduces the strength of what? Kesha, of your hair, Chakshusham, of your eyes. So that means that you are never supposed to pour hot water on your head, even if the weather is extremely cold. If the weather is really cold, maybe slightly warm water, okay, you can pour it on your head, but avoid pouring hot water on your head. Okay, so what else? Now, contraindications. There are a lot of places where you are not supposed to take a bath. It's not even hot, not even cold. You are not supposed to take a bath. That is when you have got the Bell's palsy or the facial palsy. Taking bath is not allowed. Okay, most of the eye diseases, taking bath is contraindicated. When you have got diarrhea, okay, when you have got diarrhea, you're not supposed to take a bath, because the moment you take a bath, what happens is it actually cools your body down and it leads to indigestion. Same thing when you've got indigestion also, you're not supposed to take bath. Okay, so abdominal distension, when you feel there's got a lot of gas, and not a normal gas which comes, but abnormally, if it is distended, don't take a shower, because it becomes very difficult. So people who have got habitual distension, if they keep on taking a shower, it is very difficult to cure them. So when such a patient comes to us, we'll tell them to avoid taking bath during the treatment. Okay, so running nose, when you've got running nose, when you take a shower, the body cools down and your running nose can go up. Indigestion. So when you have got indigestion, when you are in the process of indigestion, don't take a shower and cool your body down. Okay, even exercise is basically contraindicated when you have got digestion. Okay, then immediately after food, you are not supposed to take a shower immediately after food. See, just washing yourself is a different thing, but when I say bathing, you do things so that your body completely cools down. Never do such things to cool your body down, because the process of digestion needs a little bit of metabolism and heat for the body to do that. So the moment you take a shower, your body cools down. It is not good for your digestion. But on the other hand, you would have noticed that we have just spoke that bathing actually is an appetizer. Those are two different things, Deepanam and Pachanam. Deepanam is appetizer. That means it helps you, it makes you feel hungry. Okay, but if you have taken food, if you take a shower, it will not promote digestion. Hope that is very clear. So it will increase your appetite, but it will not help in digestion. Okay, so these are few things about about bathing. And bathing, incidentally, there are 5 types. Snanam Panchavidham Proktam. I don't know, people would have heard this sloka. All elderly people always say that, that taking shower is also of 5 types. And, this whole science, all the Indian philosophies have come from the Panchamahabhutas. Okay, that means what? Akasha, space; Vayu, air; Agni, fire; Jala, water, and Prithvi, earth. So it all belongs to these five. So you can also take shower, or you can also cleanse your body, is what I mean. Not so snanam is basically to cleanse your body. You can use these five methods in cleansing your body. I can just tell you, okay. So when you let us start from the bottom, Prithvi, you would have seen people apply a lot of mud bath is very popular nowadays. It used to be popular. You can apply mud and also clean yourself. Jala, normally all of us know that you can we take a bath in water and clean ourselves. Agni is fire. Okay, it's not that you have to go close to a fire or sit on a fire. Getting exposed to sunlight, sun is Agni, so getting exposed to sunlight will also clean your body. And then is Vayu, you getting exposed to wind will also help you clean. Okay, but Agni's got another thing. Okay, you have seen especially aghoris and all those people, they apply a lot of bhasma on the body. Okay, bhasma is supposed to be Agni because it's a byproduct of fire. So applying bhasma on the body is called Agni. And for Prithvi, there are a lot of things that a lot of people apply Chandana. Chandana is considered to be Prithvi. Okay, so applying Chandana is to clean your body, or applying Bhasma also is to clean your body. And last one is Akasha. Akasha is basically called, Akasha is the bhuta where you have got sound. So we say, and so when you think about cleansing the body and the mind, how do you use Akasha to cleanse it? Akasha is the bhuta for sound. So mantra snana. You can purify something or somebody by uttering a few mantras. So these are the 5 methods in which you can cleanse your body. Okay, so questions have already started, so I'll start answering the questions one by one. Okay, tongue tie in okay, please suggest the best time for bathing. One second. Please suggest best time for bathing. Yes, best time for bathing is basically in the morning, and it should be before food, because as I said, if you take a shower after food, it can cause indigestion, but taking a shower before food will actually improve your appetite. So always take a shower before food. You can take a shower just before food, but never take a shower just after food. Okay, so we can bathe before sleep. Yes, you can take a quick shower before you go to bed, but see that you give that little bit of gap, might be 1.5 hours after your dinner, but don't go into an elaborate bathing after your dinner before you go to bed. A quick shower, quick wash is okay. Sanskriti yoga. Tongue tie in newborns. When there is an attachment where it is not supposed to be there, Ayurveda also recommends surgery. Okay, so the tongue tie, if it's tied, you have to release it. Okay, if it is extremely severe, it's complete. Sometimes it's complete. It's always good to see that the child undergoes surgery. Okay. Can fermented food cause or aggravate inflammation, especially for someone that is Vata dominant? Rush. Okay. It's not about not only about inflammation here. Rush. When we look at idli or dosa, we call that pishtana according to Ayurveda. And if you look at nutritionists might not agree to what I'm telling you, but if you look at from Ayurvedic point of view, anything ground and fermented, if you look at bad foods, it actually tops. So I always tell my patients to avoid idli and dosa, okay, on a regular basis, because I don't want to say this, but I say that idli and dosa is South Indian junk food. Okay, if consumed on a regular basis, it is fermented and it swells. It can block. It's abhishandi. It can block all the channels when you keep on using it over a period of time, especially in these days where people are extremely sedentary. Idli dosa is not a good choice. It is always good for you to take something which you make then and there. Okay, batter within 24 hours. It can make a little bit of difference, but still, I would say not to be consumed on a daily basis. Not only because when you've got inflammation, it can actually block all the channels. Okay, Rush. Is pressure cooking bad for Vata dominant people? I was told to cook lentil in rice in an open pot. See, uh, these questions, about pressure cooking was never there in those days. So a lot of studies have come up with, the thing is that pressure cooker doesn't make a difference. So I don't totally agree to it, because I believe that if you cook something in a pot, in an earthen pot, if you cook something, the same thing in a steel vessel, and if you cook the same thing in some other vessel, there is definitely going to be change. Okay, because there is a change that's happened, and that is definitely going to be there. But pressure cooking, people say that pressure can actually break the vitamins, break the thing, and it's not good. It's not as good as it is if it is done, if you do open cooking. I don't want to get into scientific part of it. I don't think it is going to affect the Vata people too much. Okay, so when you cook, especially when you cook something open cooking, what happens here is the speed at which the cooking happens is slow. Okay, and that actually benefits. According to Ayurveda, there is we don't do quick cooking. Okay, so whenever you compare that, whenever you make medicines, okay, there are very few situations where we tell them to make a medicine under heavy fire. Most of the medicines are made under Madhyagni or Mruduagni, where the fire is slightly, it's not very high. So that means, when you are using a pressure cooker, the pressure is very high, that the heat is extremely high, and it cooks pretty fast. So Ayurveda does not recommend most of the things so that you cook it and those high temperatures cannot be reached with firewood. Okay, so open pot cooking, if you have got the time, yes, it is much healthier. If you don't have the time, you can go for pressure cooking, but I'm not very sure that there is no difference between pressure cooking and open cooking. There is definitely a difference. Okay, so you've got the time, I would say you can do an open cooking, but it doesn't have too much of effect on Vata per se. Uptan is something I've heard, but I'm not very sure, because I don't want to comment on that without knowing about it really well. Okay. Instead of a commercial soap, what we use at home normally for children is green gram powdered. We call that pyrgori. Okay. So green gram, or some people also use basin. Basin, when powdered, or green gram powdered, when you can mix it a little bit of water and make it a paste, and you apply on the body, it will remove oil and dirt like anything. Okay, Arvind? You give a gap of at least 1.5 hours, Ramesh, before you take a shower. Okay, let the food get completely digested, and then even after that also, don't go for an elaborate shower. Okay. Samurdhi. It all depends on what kind of work you do. I know my uncle, he's not a person who used to apply soap or any powders which I mentioned just before. What he used to do, see, we have got this habit of taking a bath in a river. So my uncle, he actually dips in the river. Then we have got this towel. He actually just rubs the towel on top of his body, and I've seen him do for years and years and years and together. Okay, so he stays in the water for some time, and he really rubs everything out of his body just by using a soft towel. I tell you, his body is cleaner than most people, or as clean as most people. It doesn't stink also. So you don't have to use a powder or a soap. Okay. Hi, Kirti. Uh, when you say about oil bath, we'll come to that one of these days. Okay. Abhyangam acharet nityam. For a healthy person, you have to have apply oil on your body and take a shower. Nityam means on a daily basis. Okay, I think that answers your question. But now people say Tuesdays and Fridays for women, and all those things are loopholes, so that at least you follow these days. But according to Ayurveda, Abhyangam Acharet Nityam. Yeah, Kirti, I think I answered your question. You should take a shower on a daily basis. Okay, so that's a good question, Shashikar. See, you would have noticed people who are extremely fat, obese people. Fat, if you look at the way Ayurveda thinks at it, okay, fat is basically more of a kapha, or it is a cushion for outside, So the person's body is always on the cooler side because he's got a lot of cushion outside. And medo dhatu is more of kapha and it's cool. So what happens for a person is heat from the body doesn't go out because it's cushion, it actually gets concentrated inside. A person who is extremely obese, okay, fat, will always hungry and he feels like eating always. You would have noticed that. Same thing happens with when you are taking a shower, even a bathtub or in a swimming pool, or you cool your body extremely well with water. Your body externally is so cold that the metabolism actually goes inside and your appetite increases, Shashikar. Okay. So that's it. That's why it's called Snanam Deepanam Ayushyam Rishyam Urja Balapradam. Snanam is Deepanam. But it is not Pachalam, it will not help you digest food. Okay. See, if you look at a person who is Pitta Prakriti, extreme Pitta, where his body is by and large, he's got a lot of body heat. He can actually take a shower in cool water. But when the weather changes and when it is cold outside, I don't advise him to take bath even in cold water. He can actually take bath in warm or slightly lukewarm water to be comfortable. Okay, but for a vata person, see, vata is cool where kapha is cold. So kapha person can actually take bath in hot water, while a vata person is better that he doesn't take bath in too much of a hot water, but slightly above warm or warm water is okay with him. Okay, so cold water is not applicable, but when it is extreme summer, cold normal room temperature water is okay for all. Aravind, there are a lot of things which are used. The most important thing which we come across is chandana, okay, agaru, ushira. Ushira is vetriver paste, chandana paste, and all those things were being used. And agaru paste, agar wood. Have you heard of agar wood? Agar wood is the wood which used to be burnt, and that's what we call agar batti. Batti means wick, and that wood agar used to be burnt. Now there is no agar. They use bamboo sticks and they cover it with chemicals and we burn that. Okay, so agar also smells really well. See, anything depending upon what you want to use, they used to make a paste and apply in the body. The most popular were chandanam, ushira. Okay, all those things were being ushira is vetiver, chandanam is sandalwood. All those things used to smell really well. They used to use that. Okay. Warm lemon water on empty stomach in the morning for Pitta Prakriti. I would say, there are a lot of people who also add a honey into it. I would say with honey or without honey. I don't recommend lemon water with lemon warm water for any Prakriti by that matter. Okay, Harsha. Not only for Pitta Prakriti, not for any Prakriti people. Okay, because if you look at lemon is it is amla rasa. Amla rasa means that is sour to taste. What I have been told about amla rasa is Shita Sparsha Ushna Vida. You when you touch it, Amla Rasa feels cool, but once it goes inside, it generates a lot of heat. And if you look at lemon, okay, lemon is basic citric acid. I don't want you to consume citric acid thing on empty stomach in the morning consistently and then expect to be healthy. Okay, so I would say any prakriti, don't take it. Pitta prakriti, don't even think about it. Um, yes, what happens when you soak something? Okay, moong dal or tur dal. What happens is it becomes softer. Once it becomes softer, it's easily cookable. But if a person has got a tendency to get gas, okay, this does not help too much. Okay, the only thing is that it will actually cook faster. Okay, so, because it becomes softer. That's the reason why people actually soak almonds or other nuts overnight and then consume it the next day, because it softens a little bit and it is easily digestible. But I would say, normally according to Ayurveda, we don't see when you just by leaving it overnight itself is a process. Okay, you have actually started the process of cooking. So anything carry forward from the previous day has not been recommended too much by Ayurveda. So you say you get up in the morning and can soak it, and then you can, because since nowadays what people have to cook early in the morning, they soak it the previous night. But otherwise, you get up in the morning, you soak it, and then you cook by afternoon would be a better option. Ayurveda also does not permit you to drink water which has been boiled the previous day. You understood? They say get up in the morning, boil the water, drink the water, finish the water by the end of the day. Next day, boil another water. Okay. So anything cooked or anything where the process started, I would recommend not to carry forward to the next day, because the influence of moon and tamas is always going to be there. Then I would say, Sanjay, if it gives you red rashes, then I would say you can try using green gram powder, and just let me know. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It's all His grace. See, I've been exposed to Ayurveda since childhood. My grandfather, all of this. So in casual talks, I also came out of the video yesterday where I said the reason for why you have to sit and eat, even though it was on the humorous side, that's how our grandmother used to scare us from walking around and eating. She used to sit and eat, otherwise you will become a tree or a cow or a so. So these things we have been hearing to this since childhood. So I thought I'll just share all this. This is all His grace. Thanks a lot anyway. Thanks a lot. Rush. Good. Just imagine that batter is not there at all. You will not die, right? You will not die of hunger, or you will not skip breakfast. I would say don't have anything fermented. Idli, dosa, bread, bun, cake, biscuit, appam, all those things. Just avoid all those things on empty stomach in the morning. Then what do you have? You have got upma, you have got poha, you have got idiyappam, you have got putta, you have got goduma dosa, you have got chapati, you have got paratha. So many things are there. Rush. The moment that is not there, as you say, if it is not there, then you start becoming innovative. Lot of things are available. Okay, we are so used to eating idli dosa that, okay, it's addictive. This regular use of tamarind in cooking good, especially in South Indian food. A lot of tamarind is used in sambar, pudor, etc. Lovely question, Samarthi. According to Ayurveda, Ashtanga Hridaya, you'll come across that. Okay, there's a thing, tamarind in those days were used only after 1 year. Okay, so they take tamarind, and tamarind is actually pounded. You pound it with salt. You make it into, we call that chana. Okay, we make it into a round shake, and you store it for a year before you use it. Okay, same thing goes with rice also. You use only rice which is 1 year old. Okay, so what happens here is, The moment you leave it for a year, we call that the tikshna, or the sharpness of the tamarind is lost. So when that tamarind is being used, it does not create too much of a problem. Okay, but fresh tamarind is actually not good at all. Okay, a tamarind has got the taste amla, and normally what is, madura, amla, and lavana. That means sweet, sour, and salt reduces vata. But if you take fresh tamarind, because of its tikshnatva and its sharpness, okay, and its ushnatva, and also it's because of its tikshnatva, it is not good for your bones or for your joints. So people say, when you go with pain, knee pain, and all that, they say, avoid tamarind. Yes, but they assume that you are using fresh tamarind. But if you're using old tamarind, little bit here and there is fine, Samarthi. Use always tamarind which is more than a year old. Okay, Kirti, yes, great. If you can share it, in the chat probably later, I can just, all of us can actually benefit from that. Thanks a lot, Kirti. Since childhood, using soaps. You should. There is a saying, if you can't put something in your mouth, don't put it on your body. I don't know whether you've heard that saying. Okay, in the sense, you can't put a soap in your mouth because it's going to affect you immediately. Only difference is that you keep on applying soap on your body, your skin absorbs the thing, and all those chemicals will slowly start getting into your skin, and it might take a longer period of time, but still it's bad because it is hardcore chemical. Same thing, you see women applying lipsticks, or you see men and women, roll-ons and the underarms, or perfumes and deodorants all over the body. Everything is chemical. It's getting absorbed into the body. Long-term problems are definitely going to be there. Okay, that's what they say. If you can't put something inside your mouth, don't apply it on your body. All creams, all of them are bad. If they're chemicals, they're bad. 100% him, you can go without soap. Okay, you can only use, in Malayalam, I don't remember what we call that. I'll tell you, the Malayalam word is called inja. Okay, I can just type it out in, okay, INJA. So it from the inside of the bark we remove it, and that is being used to rub. Okay, inja for instead of soap. I'm just putting it there. Okay, I think inja is Albizia, Lebek, or Shirisha. Yes, inja is basically, in Sanskrit, it is called Sirisha, the plant Shirisha. Okay, it is very good for all poisonings. So inja is being used. You can go without soap. You can use inja, or you can also use green gram powder to wash your body. Your body will be very, very clean. Don't even think about it. Okay, it's gonna be very clean. See, safety, there is not about safety or unsafe. Use little bit for taste. But what is happening nowadays? Sambar. What I have the history of sambar. Sambar is supposed to be a dish which is sour, but of late, from different parts of the world, when sambar started coming, you will see that sambar. If you go up north, you will not see, it's not that sour. If you go to some places in Mangalore, it is more sweet. If you go to some places in Andhra, it is extremely spicy. Okay, sambar. But sambar is actually something which is predominantly sour. Okay, because Andhra people have got a sour dish called pulusu. Sambar, which came from Tamil Nadu, they make it spicy. Okay, but sambar is not a spicy dish. It's supposed to be predominantly sour dish. But how much of tamarind can be used is something which you have to decide yourself, but I would say don't overuse it. And if at all you're using the tamarind, use it something which is 1 year old. Yeah, Sanjay, I just said, you can try using green gram mixed with water and try applying it on your face. I don't think you will have rashes, because it is basically Shita and Pittahara. A Q&A on millets. Yes, millets, we can do it sometime later. Thanks for that. But I would say, millet is called Trinadhanya in Ayurveda, and somebody says it's a superfood. I don't agree to them. Okay, nothing is a superfood or a bad food. It depends upon which area you are from and what food you are used to it. Okay, so it's there's nothing like something so great about millet. There are conditions where you can take millet. There are conditions where millets are not supposed to be taken. There are conditions where rice has to be taken. There are conditions where rice is not supposed to be taken. Okay, that's all. Can we have amla juice on empty stomach? See, amla is, even though it is amla rasa, okay, listen to this very carefully. Amla rasa means even though it is sour to taste, but at the time of digestion, it is slightly on the sweeter side. Okay, so it does not create lot of acidity, and it is not ushna. It is also shita. So that point is ruled out. You don't have no problem. But I would say, why do you want to have amla juice? Because we say amla is pancharasa, it has got all the five tastes. Suppose the only taste which is missing in amla is salt. That's why elders used to ask us to dip it in salt and eat, so that it becomes a complete food. Okay, but when you take the juice out of it, you're throwing the pulp, which contains most lot of nutrients. I don't say most, lot of nutrients. I would say don't drink amla juice. If you're preparing at home, better eat the fruit. But if you're buying amla juice, don't drink it at all, because it's with preservatives. Okay. Yes, I know. Kokum, in Kerala also people use kokum. Okay. In Kerala we have got Valampuli is the long one, and Kodampuli is the one which looks like a pot. Okay, that's why it's called kokum. And mostly people who consume non-veg, especially fish eating people, add kokum to make their fish tastier. Okay, so is it bad or good? If you use it more, that is also not very good. Okay, I don't know whether it's a replacement, because kokum really grows well in Maharashtra. People use it. Okay, tamarind, butter, milk, lemon, all are considered inflammatory. Inflammatory. See, okay, if you have got an inflammatory condition, butter, milk, and all those things can increase it. But otherwise, milk is not inflammatory. Okay, according to Ayurveda, no, milk is jivaniyam. Okay, it provides you life. It is dhatu pushti. It actually revitalizes all the tissues. Okay, when you are a disease condition, when you have a specific condition, yes, you have been asked to stay away from milk. But otherwise, no, milk is not inflammatory. But if you're allergic to milk, that's a different thing. Okay, intolerant. Hypothyroid, I don't know why coriander, cucumber, amla, and all those things. I don't know coriander, but I'm not a big fan of having things. ABC, apple, beetroot, carrot. I would say I would not recommend you to have that on empty stomach on a regular basis, because in my opinion, general opinion, whatever grows under the earth is supposed to be very, it's big because it's under the earth, and it's always predominantly sweet. So having something that is so difficult to digest early in the morning on empty stomach is actually not a good choice. Okay, give it some time. Once in a while you have it, it's fine, but don't make it a habit. Your agni actually goes down. Okay, and even same thing, coriander, cucumber, and all. I don't know why you want to have juices on empty stomach. Okay, eat the fruit. Eat the amla fruit as such. Lakshmi, that's a good question. Previous day cooked food is not. Why is rice soaked in water overnight and consumed the next day considered to be good? I think that's what your question is, right? cooked rice being consumed the next day. Okay, a lot of people, you say that it contains that nutrient, this nutrient is very good. I don't say anything about that, but let me make this point. Okay, as I said, anything that kept overnight is difficult to digest, too much of kapha, and it is tamas. Okay, so there are, it is not that it can, this previous day cooked rice can be consumed by everybody. No. Okay, a person who is working in the farm, daily labor, who exerts extremely physically, he can consume this thing. It's not for all, but a person who is sitting in an office, okay, or a person who's supervising the person who's working in the farm, he consumes that, he will feel extremely sleepy, and over a period of time you'll see that he will keep on putting on weight because it promotes bulk. Okay, so that, it's not about good or bad. Who should eat this is very important, Lakshmi. Hope you understood that. Can old tamarind of one meal be an antacid? No, tamarind does not act as an antacid, you know. I don't think tamarind can act as an antacid, if that was your question. So what I was trying to tell you is, the moment you preserve tamarind for a year, its sharpness, you know, the sharpness on the tongue, about and when it goes inside, the burn sensation, all those things it creates, actually goes down a little bit, and it is good for you to use in food. Hey, good question. Okay, you can use all these powders on your body. You know, we see Indians are, see, you know that the word shampoo came from India, from champu. Okay, and the whole world is all gaga about shampoo. Shampoo was actually invented in India. Okay, you can go through Google and you can find out. You can work on that. In Kerala, we use, all of us use shikakai, and Rita, and all other things are also being used in different parts of India for washing the hair. But in Kerala, we use the crushed leaf of hibiscus, the juice which comes out of it, you apply on your hair. It gives you decent froth, and it leaves your hair extremely nourished. Okay, him, you can try using that. You don't have to have shampoos, no soaps. Yeah, thank you, Kirti. Please do share info. Young girls are using body lotions, moisturizers, hair mask, done. Yeah, hard luck. We can't do anything about it. That's what I said, you know. All those are basically chemicals, and slowly, little by little, and most of the base are all petroleum Vaseline. Little by little, they will get absorbed into the skin. And there are a lot of people who say nothing can get absorbed from the skin, you know. But you know that women who reach menopause, they have got this, you know what, hormone patches. It gets absorbed through the skin. Smokers, if they want to leave smoking, nicotine patch. You know, people who are diabetic, you know, they have got insulin patch. So skin is actually, people thought that skin will not absorb anything. Now skin is one of the best absorbents, you know. It will absorb like anything. Anything, as I said before, anything you cannot put inside your mouth, don't apply on your skin. Most welcome. Okay. Aha. Existence of God. Okay, this is an extremely religious question. Okay, this got nothing to do with science or with spirituality. Okay, so if you ask me, there is something which I consider, what we see, everything around us, nature and part of nature, what's part of nature, to have godliness in it. You know, there is no one person standing there with a whip and taking care of everything. You know, if we believe that he was our creator, then I don't think there is any reason why he should be punishing us. Okay, so that we should be scared of somebody. If he's somebody who's created us, you know, just like a father, I would say we are extremely friendly, we should be very friendly with him. So believing in that sort of one person there and controlling thing, no, I don't believe that. Okay, but I do believe that there are a lot of things which happen in this world which are beyond our control, and things happen for a reason. So that the universe is the one that governs this whole thing is what I believe in. Okay, other things, we can discuss a lot of things where I don't want to go into in depth about that. Yep. So what you can do is you can actually add green gram into milk cream and apply. People do that also after milk green gram. If you use it directly on your skin, it will dry your skin. But if you have applied oil on your body and then you use a little bit of green gram, it will only remove might be 70 to 80% of the oil, but it will not dry your skin too much. Or if you feel that the skin is getting too dry, then after you finish your shower, you take a little bit of oil and just then apply it. Apply a little bit of coconut oil on your body, not moisturizers where it's got a lot of chemicals. Okay. Should milk be stopped? Yeah, for Nirupam, for any skin condition, milk and milk products are not very good. Okay. So your question is good for basically any skin condition. You look milk and milk products, fermented foods, black gram, non-veg. Jaggery is actually not good if you've got skin infections, especially when you've got a lot of itching. So yes, your question is right. Milk should be stopped. Okay. Milk and milk products, but you can have ghee. You can also have buttermilk, and buttermilk is not adding water into curd. It's basically removing the butter, and what removes is buttermilk. Okay. Can we wash hair daily? Ask me that question. Okay, I am from Kerala. We apply oil on the head every day and take a head bath every day. Just because I am doing it, don't do it. If you're used to it, you can do it. It all depends upon how you are habituated. I would say genetically, my father took a head bath every day. My grandfather took a head bath every day. My great grandfather took a head bath every day. My great great grandfather took a head bath every day. So for me, genetically, I'm okay with taking a head bath every day. Check yours. Don't just do it because somebody else is doing it. If it suits you, good. Otherwise, don't feel bad. If you eat sour and you get itching, avoid it, Preeti. Okay, you might one thing, try amla. You might not get that itching. Triphala churnam to wash the body. Triphala churnam, see, it will help you cleanse, but why I don't know why you want to use Triphala churnam to wash your body. We use amla powder. If you use only amla powder, it's fine. But I don't want you to use Triphala powder. Triphala powder actually dries it really too much, and Triphala churnam is actually good if you've got acne, which has got pus and all those things, because it dries the whole thing. Or be applied with warm water. You can apply on your face. It will clean all your pimples. Okay, it is Vrana Shodhana. It actually cleans your wound also. So you can make a kara of Triphala churnam. You can pour and you can wash your wounds. Amazing antiseptic. Normal daily drinking water you drink also needs to be purified. And yes, Ayurveda says boil the water. As simple as that. But the thing is that I'll tell you, we should also understand that Ayurveda was a science which was actually evolved over a period of time, maybe evolving from 10,000 years, and the texts and all came 5,000 years back, might be say 2 to 3,000 years BCE. Water was not polluted. You should understand that first. Okay, so the idea of people say, the reason why they would say that water has to be boiled and food has to be cooked and all those things, because they want to make it extremely hygienic, and that was not the main reason for you. Okay, because food, they not too many insecticides or pesticides and all those things are not being used. Water was clean. You could drink from any pond, you could drink from any river, and they never fell sick. The reason why we boiled water is cooking happens. You should understand that cooking happens here also. So once cooked is easily cookable. So anything that is cooked is easily digestible. So the best way of purifying water is to boil it. Many people turmeric with milk. Many people recommend it, but I would say Gayatri, uh, turmeric is not. You might not be able to digest what I'm telling you, but let me tell you very openly that turmeric is not a safe thing to consume on a regular basis. Okay, it is hepatotoxic. It is bad for the liver. So the moment you people started drinking golden milk, I was just tell people don't drink golden milk, don't drink so much of golden milk. Okay, you have it sometimes fine, but making it a part of your daily routine, mixing 1 teaspoon, a half teaspoon of turmeric, and adding tulsi, adding water, drinking it daily to improve your immunity, those things don't work. Okay. On the other hand, turmeric, if you take on a on a higher dose, a longer period of time, it is bad for your liver. Lot of studies are there. Okay, so curcumin, which coming in tablets and all things, are not very good to be consumed. People are marketing it. Don't fall for it. Now, okay, then but what we do is you see that we just add a little bit of turmeric into our food when we cook it, and the difference is that that turmeric is being cooked. The moment you cook turmeric, it is not that bad for your body. That's the reason why we used to cook. We never used to eat raw turmeric powder raw. Don't do that. Okay, and I don't think half an hour before sleep, don't do it, need not do it. If you're not getting sleep, drink milk and sleep. Buffalo's milk, even better. I apply hair on my after showers. Okay, there is a saying in Malayalam, okay, that if you see somebody taking a shower after food, or if you see somebody applying oil after a shower, you have to take bath. In the sense, okay, in the sense, a person applying oil on the head, oil after shower on the head after shower, and taking a shower after food, he is a papi. He is doing sin to his own health. So he is a sinner. So the moment you set eyes on him, you should take a shower. That means applying oil after bath is not recommended. Okay, oil application should happen before your shower. Leave it for about 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then wash your hair. Okay, if you still have dandruff, undergo good treatment, and we can actually handle it really well. Okay, climate matters for head bath. In cold climate, it's not possible. In Kerala, yes, that's the reason why in Kerala we don't have too many weather changes. We don't even sell one sweater in Kerala. Probably Munnar or somewhere you might sell, but otherwise, you can take a head bath. If there are people who are used to taking a head bath on a daily basis, even if it is cold, you have to use tepid water, slightly lukewarm water for your hair. Okay. Okay. Good. Shrikant, you just started today. Use it for some time and definitely you're going to see results. Leave it for about 45 minutes, 1 hour before you actually wash it. Okay. It will actually help you wash, just massage it into your scalp. Anything that is preserved, normally, why did pickling come? If you look at Sanskriti Yoga, I don't know your name, I'm sorry. Okay, why did pickling come? Pickling came into being because I would say they wanted to preserve food, is one part of looking at it. I said, why would you want to preserve food? You wanted to preserve food because you had food in excess. And why would you have food in excess? Because in Satya Yuga we call that, Satya Yuga, okay. Pickling and all those things were not there because people never used to store. If they had something more, they were more than happy to give it away. Now you don't want to give it away. You are storing it so that in case we don't get something, in case I have to use it in the coming season, so let me store it today. So that's how pickling actually came into, because pickling came into existence because we didn't want to share. So I don't think pickle is actually very good. You can have it once in a while, nothing, as we see people say it's patya, little bit, wash it and you can have it, but it's fine. But I would say the reason why pickling came is because people didn't want to share, finish it off. Boiling water doesn't kill the minerals, Kirti. Okay, dissolved minerals, it doesn't remove the dissolved minerals at all. If you have got lot of other things, now you because of petroleum products, because of petrol and all those things, you have got lot of deposits happening everywhere. Water is getting polluted with heavy metals. That's the reason why UV cleaning and AquaGuard and all those people have come into the market. I cannot completely shun them. Boiling and all will not remove all these things. That's the reason why probably some other better filtration methods might be there in the market which I'm not aware of. I think that's the best way to do it. Be safe while drinking water. No, it's a good question, Kirti. Never mix boiled water. See, you get boiled water and you want to drink it, you add cold water into it, make it lukewarm and drink it. Never do it. Ayurveda says that very clearly. See, like, you're not supposed to mix cooked and uncooked food at the same time and consume. Okay, it's the same thing. Water, when it is boiled, is cooked water. Water which is not boiled is uncooked water. You're mixing both and having it is bad for health. I think we are running short of time. If probably we can handle questions next time, we'll slowly slow it down. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting, which is also recommended by Ayurveda? I don't think Ayurveda recommends intermittent fasting. Let me start with that, Rush. Does fasting for 16 hours increase Vata? Yes. If it is okay to have breakfast in the morning before 10:30 when it is Kapha time. Okay. Intermittent fasting is something which came up of late, where people have started telling intermittent fasting. But according to Ayurveda, there is eating twice. That has always been there, and we never called it intermittent fasting. We call that bhogi. That means a person who enjoys life eats only twice. One in the morning, say after 10:30, 10, probably if sunrise is at 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, maybe by 10 o'clock, it will be, kapha will be over. 10:30 is actually the right time for you to consume your first meal of the day. Okay, when it is into pitta time, and probably you can end your day by the end of the evening by 6:37. But intermittent fasting only tells about eating at about 6:37. It does not tell you when to sleep. But according to Ayurveda, you eat at about 6:30, you have to sleep by about 8:30. If you're doing that, then intermittent fasting is good for your health and it does not increase Vata too much. Otherwise, intermittent fasting is not a perfect thing, A lot of loopholes are there, which probably over a period of time, these scientists will realize that it's not the right thing to do. They have copied what Indians have done and they're trying to market it back to us. Okay. But the sleep is something which they have not got it right. Kirti, I don't know. Fine. Okay. Why are you drinking ginger plus turmeric water in the morning? If a doctor has advised you, then fine. Otherwise, I would not recommend it. Okay. Good. Thanks for that info. Have sambar, no problem. Rush, do have sambar and have tamarind for sambar, but no problem. But try to see that the tamarind which you use at home is slightly on the older side. Keep it, save it for some time, and then have it. It does not become too tikshna after that. It mellows down a little bit if you leave it for a year. Shyam, that's a good question. But cold shower in the morning is fine if it is summer. And warm, if it is summer, I don't want you to take warm water. You can have a normal room temperature water. It's not at all a problem. So it depends upon seasons and it depends upon what kind of work you do, all those things, But don't go for extreme cold or extreme hot water anytime. Nirupam, can you set curd at night to eat next year? Curd has got a lot of restrictions in Ayurveda, Nirupam. Okay, curd is not supposed to be consumed on a daily basis. Curd should be eaten with that. Curd should be lot of restrictions. So what we normally do is once in a while, if you have curd, is fine. Okay, and curd, the amlam is what has been told. That means curd is curd only if it is sour. There's something called amadadi. You're telling about curd set at night to eat the next day is something which is just thick and it is sweet in taste. We call that amadadi. Amadadi is something which has left the milk and not reached curd. And Ayurveda says that is the major causative factor for a lot of diseases because it will block all the channels. Let the curd become sour. You churn it, then only you will get butter, and what remains is buttermilk. Okay. Sweet curd is not something which has been mentioned too much. Sour curd, you can add sugar and have once in a while. That is different. Okay. But not curd itself, which is not properly formed. So let's be the last question. Tamarind paste, tamarind paste, it is processed, Rush, okay? It is processed. So anything which is processed is never, ever gonna be healthy on the longer period of time, Packaged, you get ginger paste, you get ginger garlic paste, you get tamarind paste, everything paste. Rush, you have to just think about it, whether it's good or not. Try it, if you have got some contacts in India, or if from India, carry tamarind from here if it is possible for you. Okay. So with that, probably we come to an end for the session, and we'll meet next week with your questions. We can definitely handle all those things. Okay. Thanks a lot. Okay. Good night.